Oh, hello there. Welcome back. We're back in the world of Dark Souls today, and we're at Firelink Shrine. Now I've kind of been thinking, where do I want to... Actually, first of all, let's think, what stuff are we going to level up? Now, in terms of build, I wanted to kind of do one that allows me to use most of the weapons. I want to be able to, you know, show off some of the cool stuff. So I think I want to end up having 40 dex and 27 strength by the end of it. I'm gonna... Ooh, I don't know if I have enough strength for it. I don't think I do. I want to quickly nip into the graveyard and pick up an item, because I haven't really done much with it. But here we are. This is the main hub of the entire game. This is Firelink Shrine. From this one place, it's a little bit bigger than it seems, but from this one place, you can see almost the entire world. The only thing that's above ground, really. If we have a look up there, we can see the next area we're about to go to. If we have a look up there, you can see a big tree. I'm not sure if we can quite see it, but up there should be a... it should be connected to that area, and then beyond there is a big forest. As in, it's been a little while since I played the game, so I don't really remember the names of all the areas, but you have to forgive me. If we have a look down there, we can see just... There's just so much! I'm very happy. You can see ever so much about the game. But yeah, well, I'm going to quickly nip into the graveyard. We're going to have to see if we can pick up that item, but yes. As we're walking through here, we can see the... What are you called again?
Wow.
I can't remember what you're called. He just tells us about the Bells of Awakening. This is pretty much all you know from the entire game. This is all you get to know in terms of directions. He just said, you have to go ring 2 Bells of Awakening. He doesn't really tell you why, he just says that you have to. All we know so far is that apparently we're chosen. Why are we chosen? They don't tell you, and they don't ever tell you in the entire game. You have to work it out, you know. Are you chosen because you're special, or are you chosen just because you broke out, or you know, is everyone chosen? That guy over there's not hollow. That guy over there, you know, he's an undead. It's only undead, by the way, that can, when they die, they can resurrect and they lose a bit of their humanity. And we just picked up some humanity there. If we go over to a fire, like over there, we can get our humanity back. Which, or in terms of gameplay, it lets you get other people in. It lets you, oh, what's the word? Summon people, that's what it is. And then the more like soft humanity you have in the top left, that double O number is how many soft humanity you have. The more of those you have, it's kind of like a luck stat, so it increases the amount of item chance, I believe, is what it gives you, and it also makes certain weapons better. Now, if we have a look into this graveyard, you think, oh, you know, this is early game, right? That's literally, we've just spawned in. Let's go through this graveyard, right? You know, pretty normal early game stuff. Well, that's not the case. The stuff in here will basically one-shot us. If not, it will, like, really quickly kill us. But what you can do is just kind of, like, do a run. And I don't remember the route, but basically we're just going to be little wusses and try to not be immediately killed. But there's a few bits and bobs I do want to get. That round shield's quite good. Good magic defense shield. Stuff in this game, the shields in particular, they have specific... defenses to certain things, so you get the two-hander here. This one here has a high magic. This should be the monoculars, I believe. High magic but low physical defense. Oh fuck, hello. So we're just gonna have to roll through here. I really don't want to die. You might be wondering like how I haven't been hit when I'm rolling. You kind of have to time it, and you know I do remember you can kind of dodge those basic attacks pretty easily. I think I mostly just wanted the two-hander. I've never used that spear. I've never been a spearman really. Maybe I'll to give it a go this playthrough, I don't know. I know they were already big in Dark Souls 2, because you could, like, you have, like, lances and shit, like, bloody hell. As you can see, they can also do bleed. They use, like, scimitars or something, and if you kill them, you have a chance to get the scimitar. Pretty good weapon. Like a kind of curved longsword or something, I can't remember what it's called, but they're quite fun. I quite like the scimitar. Here we go. We picked up the item I wanted to try out, which is the Zweihander, or the two-hander, whatever you want to call it. Big old German buster sword, massive thing. It's great. It's actually one of the... You can argue it's one of the better weapons in the game, just because it's got a pretty good moveset, it does a fair old whack of damage. And you can upgrade it, and it's pretty good without the whole game. We need 24 strength, so it means you need... If you two-hand something, I think you only need like half or 0.75 the strength. So right now we've only got 11 strength, so even if we two-hand, I don't think that'll be enough. No, we're way too slow with the swing there. You might need like 13 or 14 strength. I can't remember. I can't remember the numbers. You have to forgive me. But we're just going to use the... We can't use the winged spear, can we? What do we need for that? Loads of... Oh, excuse me. We need loads of dexterity for that, don't we? Let's have a look. How do I use this interface? Here we go. Oh, actually, I think we can two-hand this. There you go. As you can see, we couldn't quite use the strength... Couldn't quite reach the strength requirement there, but we can still use the weapon if we two-hand it. I'll give it a go. I've never really used it before. And also, let's have a look at my equip load. In this game, you have equip load based on how heavy the items, armor, and like shields and shit you're carrying is. The character we've started out with has fairly light... Wait, what's this weapon's moveset? I've honestly never used it. Okay. Two-hander seems to go through... The R2 seems to go through shields. And the regular R2 without shield... Oh god, it's got quite a lot of range on it. I actually think this might be a popular weapon. I've heard. The winged spear's quite popular. I'm going to take this guy out, and there should be another guy on the left about to... Yeah, here you are. Dodge roll through you. Can we get a backstab, maybe? This game does have backstab mechanics. Quite an easy way to play through it if you... Shit. Oh, that's a nice little attack. If you just dodge roll everything and then try and backstab stuff. You see there, crits for 144. Actually does less damage on crit than our bandit's knife. Because the bandit's knife did like 150, and this probably only does like 100. But this could be quite fun to try out. You can see because I'm two-handing it, I also don't have access to my shield, so I can't parry. You can also parry, if you don't have a shield, you can just parry without using your hand. You can just flick it with your wrist. But we're also, the shield we've got in particular, this isn't the buckler, is it? This is the target shield. The buckler and the target shield, they have special properties, which means that you can parry. They have a longer parry window, so it's a little bit easier to use. But they're a little bit worse for defense. However, I don't really like playing through the game just by holding up my shield. I always thought it was a little bit boring. So I just want to... Oh, hello. How does this weapon work in here? It's a little bit... Okay, as you can see, I'm trying to work out the moveset. All the weapons in this game, for the most part, have a kind of unique moveset. So you actually have to learn them. And that's how you pick the weapon you like. You find one that really fits for you. And this one I've just found out. When you R2, it kind of swings out to the right a bit, so it'll always hit that wall. So if I want to use it in a tight corridor, I should stay on the left. Whereas the regular R1, I can stand all the way to the right and use it. That's pretty good. And also weapons have different movesets based on if you're holding R1 and R2. Shit, if you're two-handing and one-handed, sorry. Looks like we can one-shot these guys with this nice weapon, though. Something you wouldn't have found if you just went into the graveyard, immediately died to the skeletons. And, just started using the starter weapons. Not the starter weapons are bad, of course. Like, some of the starter weapons are amazing. The longsword that you can start with on the knight, I think. One of the best weapons in the game. It's a very, very versatile moveset. Pretty good damage. And you also can see, we can also block with this, with the spear, I guess. Doesn't do a lot of blocking potential, but it's pretty good, just to lower the damage if we have to. If we don't have enough to dodge. And we're in Undead Burg, by the way. This is... A lot of people seem to agree with me. I've watched a lot of playthroughs, and a lot of people seem to agree this is one of the nicest areas in the game, especially just to have at the start. Like, first of all, all of the stuff in the background you can jump to. In a speedrun, you can seriously just skip this entire level if you can know a couple of jumps that you can do. Really, really cool. And it's got like a kind of Metroidvania style thing where you can see later points in the level you can't quite get to yet. But like, it's right there. We'll get here right later, and if we want to, we can drop right back down to here. And again, with like in the interconnectedness, right down there is Lower Undead Burg, believe it or not. And has this guy just flanked us? Yeah, he has, see? He's just come in from like a later part of the level to come in and greet us, which we'd normally not be able to go to, which is quite cool. Also, you can jump down here if you want. Do I want to do that? The way to progression's up there, if I remember correctly, but let's hop down here. Something you wouldn't have found if you'd have just ignored the barrels. But there's little secrets. This whole area is just full of little bits and bobs you'll never see. Like these enemies, it just looks like they just came out of nowhere, right? In fact, if we have a look around, I don't know if we can see any, you can actually see these little ambushes from... we can't really see them from here, no. You can actually see them from the edge before you drop down. You see over there? You see how there are these people here? If I had a firebomb... Do I have any firebombs? No, I don't have any firebombs. Oh, I do actually have 6. I don't know if I want to give it a go. I'll probably end up killing myself. Let's try it. Let's toss a firebomb over there. Oh! I missed. But as you can see, if I'd have hit that, I actually could have killed that enemy, even though I'm not in his area. Really cool. And this is quite a cool little thing. As you're walking down here, you would have gotten caught by those ambushes, and as you walk back, you would have just thought, oh wow, a dead end. No, there's actually like a little place in here you can walk up, and inside of it is some loot, which normally you would never be able to get to. You'd see it from out there, you'd think, okay, how do I get into this little window? And you'd just see, like, a closed-off roof, and you'd have no idea what to do. This bit up here is closed off. The only way in is to come into this little sideway, which you'd never see running back. You can't see that door, can you? Unless you know it's there. And walking up, you wouldn't see it either, because you just assume it's more of these wooden struts. A lot of thoughts go into this game. I really, really like that. Like, a lot of games, they like to just kind of place stuff willy-nilly. They'll just throw stuff down to look aesthetic. No, not in this game. They really put a lot of thought and effort into it. You can... If you've played the game before, you can really plan out how you want to do stuff. You can go to almost any part of the game you want just from the start. If you really want to plan out the route, go to some later game areas if you think you can dodge the enemies. Which you can, if you've played the game before and know their movesets. And it's possible to beat the game on level 1, you don't even have to like, level up or anything. So, you know, if you happen to choose everything incorrectly, you know, you're like, oh, I've put too many points into vitality, I don't know if I needed that. It's not a bad thing at all, because you can still beat the game, like, no matter what. And that rubbish, by the way. I think there's only like 1 or 2 of those in the entire game. It's like worthless. I think you can actually trade it to the crow at the start. I think they wanted like something warm, something soft, or something I think that they wanted. Oh, and look, we're here now. Remember that place that the guy flanked us from? Well, we're here now. We've just done a little loop around, and we're already back at the start. And if you have a little look down there, is it here? I believe that is where we're going to be next. And there's like a boss off just over there, I believe. The Taurus demon? He's somewhere around here? Can't quite remember. But now we've got to drop back down, go back to the start. And here we are. Amazing, isn't it? But there's also these little fog walls that kind of serve as checkpoints. They don't, you know, they don't save or load or give you any health back or anything. But they do kind of serve to say, hey, you haven't been to this area yet, something for you to go to. Have a little loop around. Anything in these? I don't think there is. However, that noise in this game, by the way, does track to enemies, which is really cool. If you know that there's going to be an enemy in a certain area. Oh, by the way, there's a dragon. Or a drake. I think it might actually be a drake. But there he is. Just smashes you on the head as you come out. Completely forgot about that, actually. I probably should have focused on him. This is a jump I can't make, by the way. There's a way to get there later, though, which is really cool. I'm constantly just excited by just the amount of just stuff there is everywhere. Look, just look. You just can't take all of this in, and how you can almost go to every part. I think you can pretty much go to all of this stuff that you can see at some point or another. If you really want to, you can speed run there, or if you take it slowly and methodically, like we kind of are, and kill every enemy. And by the way, if you haven't played the game before, these enemies respawn when you go into the campfires, what they call the bonfires. So that's something to be wary of. If you think you've explored an area and there's like a guy camping outside of the spawn, and you think you've killed him before, no, he'll be back and he'll get you. And I'm quite liking the spears moveset. As I've said, I've used the bandit's knife quite a lot, but never the spears, so it's... And that guy's also sniping us. The arrows in this game kind of like home in. I'm not sure how I like this. Can I jump off the edge here and not die? Yeah, let's do that. There's also no pause menu, so if I wanted to right now, I could switch to my bandit's knife and then try and parry these people. Oh, that's quite cool. So this weapon's got like a... If I smash R1, it will break their shield, so they, they won't be able to pause, and then I can try and break through it again. I like that. So that means, like, if I'm fighting against an enemy that's got, like, a big shield up, perhaps I could just spam that, and if I've got high strength, maybe I can, like, break through their shield and hit them hard. I quite like the sound of that. It's quite cool. I don't really want to fight these guys right now. Let's just go into this secret area. And you think, oh, okay, that's quite cool. What have they hidden in this secret area that could possibly be remotely useful? As we go around the corner here, we see a merchant. This is the first merchant in the game. Oh, shit, that's too slow. That was the slower swing than I was expecting. We can just try and backstab him, though. The hollows are quite slow, so if you just dodge roll around them, you can always get a backstab. 180, you can see. Level 1 dagger doing more than that big spear. Quite cool. As I said, it's a crit build. But anyway, let's talk to the merchant.
You seem to have your wits about you.
He's got a wonderful voice, doesn't he? We were a welcome customer. Oh yeah, so the stuff that you use to level up in this game is also currency. So right now I'm going to see if there's any items that I want. I don't remember. We can buy a soapstone to write messages. I mean, might as well, I guess. Why not? The soapstones in this game, they're worse than the other one. In later series, you can just kind of write on the ground and read whenever. In this game, you need to have that item, I think, to be able to read messages from players. But that's alright. Anything else we need? Residence key I'd like. I don't actually think I need it, because I've got the master key, but I'm buying it anyway. Probably not the best idea. And I don't need any of this armour, unless I wanted to do, like, fashion souls, because the armour I've got right now, I think, looks really pretty. And I don't know, I don't really want to level up or buy any of these items. As you can see, those other weapons, just already from the start here, we can buy the scimitar that those skeletons were using. Buy a short sword. I think that's another starting weapon. Dagger, rapier. Rapier's pretty good. It's something I think you can use while you've got your shield up, yeah. And you can parry. You can use the rapier in your left hand and two-hand with it and parry. Club, reinforced club. Reinforced club's very good if you're doing a soul level 1 run. Level that thing up to level plus 15, they'll do quite a bit of damage. But there's nothing here I really want. I probably could have bought the bow if I really wanted to, but should be good. Heater shield as well is quite good. But yeah, he sells some good stuff. And you're welcome. If you'd have no... In my first playthrough, I completely missed him. I had no idea he was here. And also, I don't think we can see it, but if we... Where is it? Okay, he's got... I can't see it. He has a katana. I have no idea where he's put it. I don't know if he's like... I thought it was meant to be in the bucket, but I might be wrong. Anyway, you can kill him and get a really good weapon. My favourite weapon, actually. I don't want to kill him now, though. I want a good chance to use this. Because I normally just rush here, get the Uchi katana from him, and then smash the rest of the game. Because it's a fun weapon. Anyway, they're stuck up behind their shield, so perhaps if we'd kept using our spear, we probably could have... Actually, I don't want to bother fighting them, I can't. I'm going to go to a bonfire just now anyway, and I don't have enough souls to level up, and that's a door we can open. I don't remember what's in there. I just want to quickly get the bonfire so I can just rest. I don't know if I'm going to die anytime soon. I might. I intend to do a bit of a risky run to the next boss, ignoring the fact that I've got all these souls, just because I want to get a certain item, just that will help me kill the boss a lot faster. Using the shield there so I can just avoid his... God, this thing does way less damage than I need it to. They've got a bit of armor on them, you see. We can still parry them, though, and do the 224, 227. It's quite a... Like, if you were using the sword, you could definitely just, like, R1 spam these people, but since I'm using this bit and the dagger, it means that I really have to, like, try and parry and backstab them, which I really think is quite cool. Got a lot of mechanical skill to it, and I like that over anything else. I'm not going to try and parry a jump attack. It's not something I'm in the mood for, but I will try to get them while they're being slow. The window, by the way, on backstab's quite big. You can't... Also, if you're playing this game and wondering why you can't get backstabs, you can't backstab with your shield up. You have to have your shield down. Battle axe. That's a very good weapon as well. Is he going to give us his trousers? No, longsword. That's also a very good weapon. Oh, this is amazing luck. Longsword's something I also want to show off. So I will. Because this is another starter weapon. You'll typically see a lot of people using this just because, like, the warrior/knight classes both have, like, a longsword kind of weapon. I think one of them has the short sword and one of them has the longsword. But it's got a very, very good moveset. You know, the R1's a big poke, which you can use to go through shields and go for a bit of range in a short area. Whoops, hello. Another little thing about shields there. His, I think it's his weapon that judges it, but he hit our shield, and because it has a high enough... what's it called? Let's use that. What's it called? It's called stability. Because our shield had a high enough stability there, I believe. His weapon bounced off of it, and we could just get a free attack in on him. And also, by the way, I don't want to just rush in there because they will just annihilate me, so I'm just going to abuse these stairs a bit. I don't know if they'll try. You can jump attack through walls. That's another thing you can do. If you know an enemy's behind a wall, sometimes you can kind of fuck him over. We don't need to parry him, he's low on health. Yeah. These guys will screw you over. If you just try to speedrun through this section, they will just, like, they'll annihilate you. You'll try to go up this stair here, or this ladder here, to try and get the loot up here. And then they'll just, like, gang you at the bottom, and it's horrid. And I want to get this guy, because he's been spamming us with firebombs, and I don't like that. I should probably be two-handing this as well, considering I'm not parrying. Oh, shit. When you're inside, by the way, I think you're inside a window, maybe? Or when you're in a special animation. Oh, fucking drop stab there. When you're in a special animation, like rolling or doing a backstab, you can't be hit by anything, you're completely immune. So you can kind of abuse that. If you're being ganged by a bunch of enemies... Actually, I'm going to have a little look around here. There's the place that we just collected loot from, you can see from here. Remember that place I said that you can only get to if you know the secret? I think it's down there. To see all those houses are over there. I think it was over there. Quite cool. We can have a little peek down. There's more lower Undead Burg there. Remember that fire, because we'll be seeing that later. And if we wanted to, we could drop down here and go back to where we were earlier. Not really something I want to do. But yeah, if you're being, like, with these three enemies are ganging you around this staircase, throwing firebombs at you and forcing you to fall down, like, backstab one of them, and then you'll be immune, and then you can roll away from the second one. And it's all done in the name of trying to make it so that... Oh, by the way, use the Master Key there, / the Residence Key, I believe. I didn't need to spend the 1,000 souls. I completely forgot I was using the Master Sword. The Master Sword? I want the Master Sword now. The Master Key. It lets you open a lot of unlocked doors in the game. There's a couple of doors that you can't unlock, of course, just to keep it a little bit more balanced, but most of the doors you can unlock. And it allows you to kind of sequence break and go to areas you shouldn't be able to. Such as there, we could have just skipped straight to the boss, but we're not going to do that. I want to just kind of, like... You can kick their shields down, I think, as well. Oh, shit, not if he raises his weapon. Yeah, there we go. That's really cool. If you're coming against an enemy and you're not sure what to do, he's, like, you know, holding his shield up and being a dick. There's some snipers in the tower as well. Just kick his shield down. And he's also using the longsword. He's got the exact same moveset that I've got. Isn't that cool? If the enemies use the same weapon as you, they also have the same moveset. I think that's quite cool. So if you come across the hollows and you know exactly what the R2 is going to be, that's the R2 they're going to use. And as you can see there, we did 59-ish, we did about 60 with our R2. However, if I switch over to two-handing and lure this guy over, I think he's the only guy left. I want to do an R2 on you and show how much the damage has gone up. Oh, he's got his shield up. There you go, did 128. Because I'm two-handing it, my strength's technically gone up in terms of what damage the weapon does. And because the longsword split, you see it says C under strength and C under dex to the left. The hand is dex and the, you know, bicep is strength. Whereas the bandit's knife is almost all in dexterity and not much in strength. Because we have more strength, technically, we do more damage. And with the other weapon, we'll do more damage. We won't do more damage if we two-hand it, sorry, because two-handing only increases your strength. And down there's a Black Knight, and I don't know if I want to fight him. I might give it a go. Just a quick go. If we're really slow and careful, we might even be able to get a backstab on him, but I don't know if you can. I think it's possible. I don't know if, like, their hearing range might be really good. He's guarding a really shit ring, though. I think it's the blue tier stone ring. Oh. Fuck. He's using a really good sword as well. And I don't think you can parry that attack, or at least I can't. Some attacks are, like, too strong for you to parry sometimes. Or at least, that's completely wrong information. You think you can parry every attack, but I'm bad at the game, and I'm making excuses. And I don't know if I want to use up all my Estus flasks fighting this guy. Maybe I do, though. They're normally really easy to parry. If you play through the game enough, you'll get to Anor Londo, where there's a shitload of them. Or Silver Knights, at least, and you just get really good at parrying them. No, I don't want to fight you right now. I'll fight him later when I'm feeling a bit... feeling a bit stronger. Oh shit, I forgot about you. No, 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 no. He threw a big barrel down at us and I completely forgot about it. Oh god. As you can see there, by the way, even though my shield hit it while I was parrying, it didn't actually kill him. And that's because it was a certain frame. To parry, you have to hit them on a certain frame, and I missed it. Oh fuck. I can't do he does way too much damage, even with my shield up. And I have a level 1 sword, and it'll take me forever to kill him. A couple of backstabs at least. And I don't know if I can trust myself to do that, so... Good day, sir. I'll be back for you later, when I'm not a little puss. And that's something I can do. If I want to, I can just run away from him, and he'll have a zone of influence, basically, and he won't run past that. And most enemies have that. If not all, maybe. Where did that hollow go? He's up here somewhere, isn't he? The guy that just threw the barrel at us, he didn't just disappear, did he? I wonder if he fell off the edge. That'd be pretty funny. You're not going to chase us all the way up to the boss, are you? I mean, I can fight you up here, if you want to. Do you want to fight? See, look, he's backing off now, because he's outside his zone. Oh, that attack by there, that will knock out my shield, which is what he's trying to do. Fuck. No, I don't want to die. I don't really want to die to you. But maybe I can backstab you if I'm abusing... I need to remember how to do this. Let me get myself back up to full health. And then just circle around him. That's this game, it's fucking backstab fishing. It's amazing. It's literally just the TF2 spy. If I hold the shield up, maybe it'll try and get him to do that attack. Yeah. Do your shield bash, please, so I can get behind you. Shield bash, maybe? Yeah, there we go. No, he swings around way too fast for me. Oh, this shouldn't be too hard. There we go. I just need to remember what to do. That backstab did, like, no damage, but if we get lucky, we might be able to get his weapon, which is really, really good. I think it's one of the most popular speedrun weapons, glitchless at least. Oh shit, that wasn't his back. I wonder how much damage our bleed will do to him. No, I can't parry that shit. Whatever, I'm just going to leave him. I can't be bothered. We're going to go up to the boss, and we're going to fight it. Hello. So, you might be thinking, hey... By the way, it's a permanent fog wall. He can't get through there. He was right on the other side, though. If we sit here, he might swing at us. I'm not sure. You might be thinking, oh, you know, I'm just going to walk up there. This is probably like a boss arena. We've just been locked off. I can see him. He's trying to run through. You can't do that. Is he going to attack us? Can we... We can hit... Oh god, he can hit us through the fog wall. Jesus Christ. I was like, you can jump attack people through the fog walls. Turns out he can also attack us, so we're just going to leave him be. Have fun. No, we're actually going to make this fight a lot easier. Up here there's some snipers. Beautiful sun rays, by the way. Oh, fuck. I don't want to fight two at once. So this game's all about trying to pick people off. One at a time. God, I always find that attack really hard to... Like, the slow attacks, I cannot parry. For the life of me. You can also see me recklessly just using the bloody Estus Flask. It's because I'm kind of hoping I can just beat the boss without using it. Should be able to. I've picked up the lightning... The pine, you know, electric pine or whatever. Pine resin, that's it. Gold pine resin, and that should help us kill the boss faster. Speedrun strats. Speedrun strats. Let's equip that gold pine resin. Where are we going to do that? Here we go. Quite cool. So, because our weapon isn't enchanted at anything, because we, we're right at the start of the game, we can use buffs on it. And this buff you can only get to if you've got the master key, or I think if you buy that residence thing. Anyway, have a look up there. Do you see any friends, perhaps? Oh, hello. Can I do this in one go, then? We're about to find out. I also don't remember how to fight him. I think you just kind of run under him and cut his tail off. I don't think he gives you anything if you cut his tail off, and I don't think you can. Shit. I timed that incredibly poorly. He used a slow attack again. I cannot do it. There we go. Try and go through his feet like Ganon in Zelda. That's a good idea. Use your attack, please. I don't want to just attack you with that, I think. There we go. Let's stab his crotch. And you can see this lightning damage is doing a shitload. I don't know if he's necessarily weak to lightning. He might actually be strong against it. But the devs were quite smart and decided to make lightning strong against everything. There we go. The first boss down. No upgraded weapons and just using the stock bandit's knife. I don't know if you could see the bleed effect there. Demon. Oh, he got the great axe. That's like it's like a 1% drop or something, isn't it? That's ridiculously rare. Wow. Carved from the bones of fellow demons, wielded by the lesser Taurus demons. The axe is imbued with no special flower, but you can merrily beat foes to a pulp. How much strength does it take? 46 strength. I don't have 46 strength. That's a heavy weapon. But yeah, look. If you're not careful in this fight, he'll just knock you off. And he'll just, like, murder you. But because we were careful about dodging, for the most part, we did mess up a little bit. That could have gone smoother. You can beat that boss quite quickly if you try, but, like, beautiful bloody sunset as well. But let's move on. We've spent enough time staring at the Taurus demon, and goodbye to bloody, what do you call it? Town for now. What was it called? Hollow Town? I can't remember. Undead Burg. There we go. Been a while, but goodbye Undead Burg. We're about to visit a new area. That's all nice and happy, and there's not going to be... There's no traps lying in wait. There's nothing hidden in this box. All there was, there's a large soul. We can't go up there, by the way. That's a window you think you can exit from. Is there... Oh, what broke these barrels? I remember these barrels being broken. Oh, shit. So we can see a bridge behind us. That'll be our next destination, but let's just take a little step out onto this precipice. Have a nice little look at the sun. It's quite a pretty looking sun, isn't it? Like, you can just kind of see it, casting its beautiful rays over everything. Oh, a really nice bloom effect. I quite like that. If only I had a friend to talk to the sun about.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora.
We found a
herald
friend.
Of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land.
This is our friend Solaire. He will guide us throughout the entire journey. Well, he doesn't have to, if you want to. He's basically a recurring NPC who everyone loves because he's awesome. And he helps people fight bosses. So the next boss is the bell gargoyles, and a lot of people have difficulty with them. You can summon this man and he'll help you, and he will annihilate them because he's actually really, really strong. And you can actually take, like, almost all the bosses in the game. At least, like, the big bosses you can probably summon him for. And he's even got his own little side quest, and he's got his little sun armor. He didn't scare him. No, we want to be friends. Tell me about your proposition. We're intertwined, yes. He just gave us a soapstone, so now we can... with that soapstone, we can rate our shit on the floor. So if we change our equipment and equip the soapstone, where are we? Leave summon sign. If we really wanted to, place our summon sign on the floor. Yeah, and now I think other players can now summon us. Wiped friends fee. That's wonderful. Let's cancel that. That means we can help other players with bosses, so there's a bit of a co-op aspect to it. And he kind of explains that the co-op aspect works because time is convoluted. That's it. That's why. We're apparently, us and all the other players are just at different points in time, fighting the exact same enemies and the exact same NPCs over and over again, and that's why there's co-op. Because time's screwy. That's why. So there you go.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
A beautiful view of the sun there through his crotch. Wonderful. We'll be seeing you later. Thank you very much for the soapstone, Scylla. We'll see him later. You can also, by the way, you can just slaughter him. There's no such thing as players you can't kill in this game, so if you wanted to, you could just kill him, take his armor, take his sword, take his shield. It's pretty good stuff. We're not going to do that, though. We're friends with Solaire. That's locked. That's something we can't unlock yet. So you'd be thinking, hey, why don't you just, recklessly cross this bridge? I wonder why I don't want to just recklessly cross this bridge and immediately run under. That'll be why. That'll be why. There's remember that guy we saw earlier, the dragon? Yeah, that's him. Or the drake even. You can kill him, and you can carve his tail, and you can get the drake's sword, and it's very, very strong. Not a big fan of it personally. It's basically a weapon that doesn't scale very well, so it's really good in the early game because it does loads of damage. But it doesn't scale well, so you can't use it later than that. And it also takes a really, really rare element to level up. But, just a cool little thing. Have you just noticed where we've just come back to? That's right. We've just done a loop all the way around there. Behind the castle up there, up onto the bridge, over the bridge, which was over here the whole time, came up through that tower, and now we're here at the exact same fireplace we were at earlier. Isn't that really cool? To try and keep these in good time though, I think I'm going to end the episode for today, and the next one will continue right from here next time, which will be very soon. I think I might make these like twice a week maybe, once a week, twice a week. Hopefully it'll be a nice little series to watch. But yeah, we'll pick up next time at the bonfire and level up our stuff and see how stuff goes. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.